driveline. We're watching the FIA Gran Turismo Championship Manufacturers Cup, race number 1 at Suzuka. And we're already racing. Start is a rolling start, which means that all the cars were already in motion at the drop of the green flag. Oh! Flat through chicane was tapped by Unsung Oni. Unsung Oni coming up side by side. He gets ahead. Flat through chicane thought better of it, slowing down to let him pass. We have Ant in front, followed by James, followed by this person, Unsung Oni, that we are watching. Wonderful GTR, which is a fantastic car to drive, 4-wheel drive. Very powerful, loves corners, eats corners up very quickly. Oh no, he's went wide, hit the wall. That allows Turtle and Soldier Keys to get ahead of him. Here comes Igor. Is Igor going to get in front of him? Yes, he will, and so will Sharpshooter right behind Igor, dropping Unsung Oni to 7th place. Oh, and Sharpshooter had a penalty. So this is a software-driven race. So when you incur a penalty, you have to stay slow. You have to get off the throttle, and your penalty time will drop off. Otherwise, your penalty time is added at the end of the race to your total lap time. And if you keep a penalty through multiple sectors, replay at the start from Soldier Key's perspective, if you keep your penalty, as I was saying earlier, keep your penalty time through multiple sectors, it will create problems for your sportsmanship rating, which then you would lose the opportunity to get large amounts of points. IR Bugs Bunny coming up behind you to death. He's going to be overtaken. He's looking up the inside. Oh, they hit. That potentially could be a penalty for Ironbugs, but Ironbugs gets ahead. We'll see if he decides to serve a penalty or not. If you see him turn into a shadow-like thing and starts to pass through, he's most likely serving his penalty. Soldier Keys having the best gain from the... Oh no! He got onto the green, which is very bumpy and slippery. There's really no grip there compared to that asphalt, so he just slid right off, and he's going to drop down to 10th, which is almost as bad as the GTR is opening. He dropped down from 4th. And now we have Igor in 4th, and he's going to make a mistake and get on the outside. And, I guess we were checking to see. Oh my goodness. Who was that just spun out? I missed him. But the big spin there. From Soldier Key's perspective, we'll have to keep an eye out, see who that was. Soldier Keys had a penalty, so he served it. It was a short penalty, so it must have been clipping a corner. And he's down to 12th. Terrence up in 10th in the Ford Mustang. Lots of Mustang fans here in Texas, so hopefully Terrence can do a good job for you guys. Bring that Mustang up higher up into the field. A little bit squirmy there. He's racing against the Porsche DRT BKR, which I assume is shortened for Dirt Biker. Soldier Keys gets past Jeremaine, who's racing the other Mazda, a Tenza, which is a Mazda 6 here in the States. Soldier Keys is racing BMW M6. Coming down to the start-finish straight. Jeremaine 14th. Igor trying to get past Voyage. looked like the Ford was in front of the Porsche at this stage, and there goes flat through chicane off the circuit. Oh, a little bit too hard on the gas. He almost spins out, but he gets it back under control. There shouldn't be a penalty for that because he was already going too slow and he was already off the circuit on the outside. Oh, dirt biker! Into the dirt, playing in the dirt. I guess he likes the dirt. That leaves Sharpshooter and Terrence way ahead of them now. Sharpshooter's trying to get past Terrence. He bumps him. That's most likely a penalty for that. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Terrence in 10th, which is in a regular normal race you get points for 10th place and higher, but in this, oh, Igor spun out over there. He's getting back onto the field. He'll drop down to at least 14th. 15th, actually, sorry. But as I was saying about Terrence and the Ford Mustang being in 10th in a normal championship, the only places to get points would be 10th place and better. But in this online race, in this championship, there's so many people that there are points for every position. So the worst thing you can do is quit. You've got to stick it through. You've got to take a place. You've got to get some kind of points. All points matter at the end of the day. Because if you stick it out, race clean, get your points, get your rating up, then the next time you go to a race, you'll have more points available because you'll be paired with people who are strong. But you got to get good clean racing, and you can't quit. Quitting hurts everything. You don't get points. Your sportsmanship rating goes down for quitting. So I don't like it when I see people drop, but maybe they don't understand that. As we saw, Soldier Keys just served his penalty. And he's in 11th in that very astounding looking M6. I really like that livery. It's very pretty. Ooh, clipping the grass there. He nearly loses it, but he keeps it under control. And there's the other Skyactiv Mazda 10s. Again, Mazda 6 in the States. Getting up to 10th. I don't know where the Stang is. I wonder where he went off to. Soldier Keys is gaining. Oh, nice little drift there from Soldier Keys. It has to be said that drifting is not as fast as some people make it out to be, but it looks pretty fancy. Here we go. Here's Terrence. He dropped down to 12th. Igor in 14th. Now, that's if I'm not mistaken, a GT by Citroën. The French car company. James down to 3rd after serving a penalty for clipping a corner, I guess. Quick 5/10 of a second penalty. So he had to slow down for 5/10 of a second, could not be on the gas at full throttle, and the rate at which your penalty time drops is relative to the speed that you're capable of on that section of track. So if you're on the straight and you're capable of doing 120 and you're doing 110, your time will trickle down, where if you're doing 100, it'll go down a lot faster. So there are places where you can get rid of your penalties faster. Sharpshooter in the Toyota FT1. No, that's the Lexus. Sorry. The Lexus coming up on Voyage. He's going to try and get around him on the inside of the first corner. And will he make it stick is the question. He will, definitely. That was a very straightforward pass. Just a lot faster through the first corner than Voyage. And Sharpshooter is now behind the other Corvette. And here is Turtle in the Ferrari, and James is right on his rear bumper. And that has to make him nervous, because he'll look in his mirrors and see red and think Ferrari, but that's not a Ferrari, that's a Mazda. And James comes up the inside. Ooh, they touch. That puts Turtle in the grass, which means James is going to have a better exit speed on the outside of this corner. James and Turtle right neck and neck. James cuts in front, approaching the next corner at speed. Oh, RM Turtle just goes too wide, ends up off the track. He's got to get back on the circuit. That'll give James some breathing room. Turtle tries to sort himself out. And here's a replay of Voyage getting back in front of Sharpshooter on the inside. So Sharpshooter back down in 8th position, couldn't maintain 7th. Ant is just way ahead of everyone. Very, very fast driver on this particular circuit. Just has the right car and the right setup for him, and he is sailing away from the rest of the pack. Sharpshooter still trying to get around Voyage. Voyage going defensive, staying to the inside, and maintains 7th position. And Sharpshooter has to serve his penalty. I don't know where he got his penalty from, but he did have a penalty he had to serve. We're going to see if that will give Dirt Biker or Flat Through Chicane a chance to catch him. Flat Through Chicane is looking to try and get past Dirt Biker. Go through the S's. There's Terrence back up in 10th. He did fall back a little bit earlier, but now he's gotten his feet in, and Sharpshooter goes wide. There goes Dirt Biker, there goes Flat Through Chicane. That'll put Sharpshooter down 13th. As we come towards the tightest turn of the circuit, a complete 180. Turtle back down to 3rd. James got in front of him and held on to it. But we have, the pit window is open, and there goes Ant. He's getting into the pits. So we're just going to see if James and Turtle decide to pit or not. And this is where the strategy comes in, because if James pits and Turtle stays out, if Turtle can do a really great lap as James is in the pit, then Turtle can, and there you go, Turtle staying out, so he has to do an amazing lap right now. If he can do an amazing lap and James has a bad out lap, James will be in 3rd and Turtle will be in 2nd. This is called the undercut because he's going in after James does. But James is already out of the pits and Turtle hasn't even made it through the first corner. Or just exiting the 2nd corner, my bad. So Turtle is on a really slow lap. Maybe his tires are already really well worn, but at that speed, James is going to catch up to him. And there's not much Turtle will be able to do about it. And James has fresh tires and enough gas to get through to the end of the race. So this particular race, normally with only 12 laps, you would not have to refuel, but the rules state that you will have to refuel and you have to change tires at least once. Well, you don't have to change tires, but if you don't, you are going to struggle, which is what's happening with Turtle right now. He is struggling. Here we have Xenosphere in the other Corvette, the red Corvette. Getting past Voyage. Voyage had a mistake, clipped the dirt. That puts Xenosphere in 8th place. Here's Dirt Biker behind the Mustang still, which I'm sure all Mustang lovers will appreciate. The Porsche is behind. Yes, Mustang people, the Porsche is behind. But Terrence had a slow exit out of there, and Dirt Biker is catching up to him. And here comes James through the last few corners and heading towards the start-finish line, which means with Turtle in the pits, James will move up to second place. Turtle just had a terrible in-lap. We call it an in-lap because it's a lap he comes into the pits, and an out-lap is a lap you've exited the pits. So Turtle had such a bad lap, he is down in 5th currently. Well, he just came out, so yeah, he's in 4th. And Ozizuka is behind him in 5th. And Unsung Oni in that GTR is back into 3rd, despite his earlier mistake, dropping him down. So he had a really good pit stop, and Turtle just had a really bad lap. Because if Turtle had done a decent enough lap, he would have at least still been 3rd. But he did not, so that's unfortunate. Here's Ozizuka racing the Herbalife Honda Acura. You know, it used to be Acura NSX because of brand, but now it's a Honda NSX. So this is the Herbalife 24 Honda NSX coming around towards the tightest turn on the circuit, which is a 180-degree corner. And GT Igor in 10th in front of Voyage. Now Voyage, as you can see, is doing a little bit of a crazy, jerky, bouncing around thing. That's because of input lag. This race is done over the internet, so if you don't have a good, solid communication line to the server, your car does a little bit of dancing, and a little bit makes it hard to predict where you're going to be, and therefore harder to pass you. So I'm of the mind that they should be allowed to race, but your penalties, if they have bad communication, they should be ghosting so that you can't get into trouble. Like GT Igor there, I think he actually hit Voyage because he didn't know he was there because Voyage is lagging so badly. So I think, you know, if you're lagging that badly that you're stuttering like that, you should instantly ghost. Like you have a penalty so that people cannot hit you. Because that unpredictability makes it unfair. RM Turtle in 4th, coming across the start-finish lead, starting his 9th lap of 12. And Sharpshooter is in the pits on lap 9. So they'll change the tires. They'll refill the fuel. The driver gets to call when to stop the fuel load. He was at 8% of tank. And he's exiting the pits now, and he's exiting in 10th, 11th, 12th, as both Dirt Biker and Flat Through Chicane overtake him while he comes out of the pits. The strategy not working for Sharpshooter this race. Ant is now going to lap somebody because he's just that much faster than him. Dan Figurato is going to get overtaken on the start-finish straight. He should pull to the side, yes, which is what he did. Dan did that appropriately. If you have somebody getting blue flags, you are supposed to pull over and allow that person to pass because you are not on the same race. FT Ant should have just gone around the outside. Oh no, Dan off circuit. Just got pulled in, maybe got a little bit of tunnel vision. Following Ant, brake properly, ended up going off the circuit. But according to the rules, if you see a blue flag, that means the person behind you is faster than you, and you need to get out of their way. They should not pull behind you the way Ant did, but I mean, technically Ant was fine because he knew that Dan was going to ghost. We have a drag race between the Porsche and the Subaru. The Subaru's got the neck-and-neck head. He clips the grass, slips a little bit, going off circuit, pulling back onto the circuit, Porsche back in front of him, Sharpshooter waiting to pounce. coming through the last 3 corners. And the Porsche stays out in front in 9th. The Subaru flat through chicane in 10th. And Sharpshooter in 11th, but he's pulling up quickly behind that Subaru. That Lexus off the track again. Another just braking too late. Not enough momentum to get the car turning. Too much momentum to keep the car from cornering. It just comes right off the circuit. Here's Ant again coming up to overtake another individual, and they're off the circuit. Whoops. They kind of just didn't brake appropriately. Maybe they were looking in their mirrors too much and not paying attention to where they were. We don't know. And here comes James in 2nd in the Mazda Atenza. Car number 13. Subaru is catching up to that Porsche dirt biker again. So it's a good exit out of that U-turn. The Sharpshooter and Lexus hot on his tail. Braking hard. Around the last 2 corners before the fastest straight in the series. Not many people know this, but this corner is taken almost a lap out. Every single car can hit its top speed on this straight, and if you do it right, you can hold 128 miles per hour through that corner. It's insanely fast. And here comes Sharpshooter on the inside of flat through chicane. They bump. Flat through chicane bumps again, and flat through chicane is spinning. That'll put the Subaru back quite a bit. I think that's just a racing incident. I think Sharpshooter got to the inside and flat through chicane turned into him, not realizing he was going to be there. We're getting a replay of Doodalith. Outside of the corner, clipping into the dirt, and he's gonna hit the wall. Ooh. So we have Dirt Biker in 9th, who is now safe from the Subaru, but now has a Lexus hot on his bumper. Sharpshooter putting him in his sights, getting ready to pull the trigger, and there he goes, he's off in the dirt again. Dirt Biker, you like that dirt a lot, don't you? Sharpshooter getting ahead, taking 9th position. To the U-turn. Oh, he clips the grass. Oh no! Now he's in the dirt. Oh, what's that gonna do? Here comes flat through chicane, who was fighting them all the way through the last 3 laps. Now takes 9th place because of mistakes from both Sharpshooter and Dirt Biker. Subaru coming back around to the straight entrance. Here we have Jermaine and the other Mazda, Sky Active Atenza. And he's starting to slowly catch Ozizuka, and he's having a good race in 6th place, considering we saw him down in 12th earlier, so he's gained a lot of positions. We are on the last lap, and we are coming to the end of it. We're going to check on Ant. Watch him come across the start-finish for his victory here at Suzuka for the 2018 FIA Gran Turismo Championship race, Manufacturers Cup, round 1. And here he comes, our winner, Amped. Man, I wish he had a pink man after that, because that would be cool. Jermaine, here's a replay of what happened. Jermaine, is he going to get past? Yes, Ozizuka makes a mistake. Hits the wall, slows him down enough for Jermaine to take 5th. James is coming now to the last few corners in 2nd. With Unsung only in 3rd. And FM Turtle in 4th. Jermaine 5th. Ozizuka in 6th. Xenosphere in 7th. And Voyage finishing up 8th for the top 8. That's the end of the race. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, leave comments.